I'm not 100% sure, but I think they are from a carpet store and they are for the backsplash behind a stove type thing, a sink, or something like that. It's pretty porous. I don't know why you would put this behind a stove because it's going to be hard to clean that spaghetti out, but I'm thinking that's what it is. It could be pretty. And this seems dated, right? Like, oh, that's out of date, but everything's back, baby, in my opinion. So this is still timeless to me. Fruit's timeless, right? It's been here since forever, right? Since creation. So I really do like this. I got another one. I like these still. So I feel like just put them on an easel, which they're really heavy, so it needs to be a good easel. You know, stack them on top of a cabinet in your kitchen, possibly bathroom. I just feel like they're still good. So, and I like them just like this, but I can't leave good enough alone. So we're gonna mess with it because when you use our waxes and our pigment powders down in these intricate crevices, it just makes pretty cute. Wow, in my opinion. So let's do it. Make sure I'm in here. Okay. I'm gonna go up a little bit higher so I can make sure I'm still in the picture. Oops. Oh, goodness, hang on. There we go. Okay. We're gonna practice a little bit on the back of one of these. I love all this like discoloration in here. So this, I said pigment powders and waxes, but I have a little watered down layered chocolate. So let's mess with that real quick. Let's stir it up. So any of our paint you can water down and make a glaze. Okay, I'm doing kind of a heavy coverage there, but I'm gonna dry brush this spot too. Okay, so then you just, it must have been sealed because it's not, you know, staining it too good. But you can kind of see that changed it a little bit. But let's do, you could also kind of just like, dry brush is where you just kind of literally have not very much stuff on here. So that's just to show you, you can change the tone. So if you wanted gray tones instead of browns, you could use a gray paint. Okay, so I wanted to mess around with that for a minute. Okay, so this, one thing you can do with our waxes is you can take our clear wax and add any color of our paint in it and have a colored wax. This is a little bit of my clear, and I save my cans. These do come in smaller, but I save my cans for just that purpose. Okay, this I mixed liquid golden ticket. Let's see what this would look like. So this is clear with golden ticket in here. Let me see, where do I want to put it? There's just, I love this. I just don't know where I want to put it. Okay, let me get a little bit more here so it can show up. I did it really subtle. But the more porous your surface is, the more it's going to suck it up. I don't know if that's coming across there, but okay. Let me balance that out a little bit. Put it in this corner. Well, we'll put it in all the corners. Our paint is very heavily pigmented, so it would not take very much to change the color of your clear wax if you wanted to do that. Okay, so I showed you watered down layered chocolate on the back to use a dry brush technique or a stain or a glaze. I showed you golden ticket in the clear wax. Okay, now let's do something else. Let's show you the Shipwrecked, which is the most gorgeous turquoise. It actually is real similar to our Walking on Water color. Look at that. So normally when you do a colored wax, you want to put clear down first or a coat of liquid patina, water-based top coat, let that dry, if it's liquid patina. But because if it's a porous surface, it'll suck in the colored and it's kind of hard to blend out. You might have it kind of splotchy looking. Do I do that sometimes? Yes. But if you're new at it, you might want to put clear down first, then put your colored wax on top of it, and you have a little bit more control to wipe it back and blend it. It won't be as intense that way. That's why I choose to put it on without the clear first sometimes. But kind of get a feel for it before you do that. Okay, this is my wet brown brush, but I'm doing it. Okay, I want to show you how good this looks. Oh my goodness. And again, I did not put clear down, so it's going to be pretty intense. Let's just see how it's going here. Oh yeah, it's sucking it up big time. Just like a paint, that's how intense it is. Okay. I got my pigment powders in this thing. I'm gonna move it down here. Ah, this is making it shake, the table shake. Let me put my camera on something so it's not shaking. Because I'm gonna do a lot of wiping off and I don't want it to make you seasick. Okay. I'm gonna try a wet rag and see, because it's a little heavier than I want. Oh, there's an ant crawling on here. So I could put some clear wax over this and kind of erase it. Not as good as if I would have put the clear coat on first. Okay, look how that just changed that up. I like that. All right, now let's do, I want to show you what the pigment powders do. This is PCH, must be a chemical or something, I don't know. I don't know what, it's a cobalt blue. But we also have Elixir. Pigment powders are stinking so fun and so economical. This whole thing is $11, $10.50, $11, something like that. I've never used a whole one. Okay, so they go so good. So a couple of different ways to use pigment powder. My favorite way is take your artist brush, dip it in water, dip it in this, and do it. This can help. It's kind of like how when you blend your eyeshadow out or you put a powder on and you blend it out, it can blend out. Like if you're a new paint blender, this can help you blend those lines. If you just want to give a pop, if you have something blue iris painted and you want to give it just a little bit more intensity in the corners or highlight, or deepen some of the areas, you gotta use our making powders is what they're technically called, okay? So let's see what some of this blue looks like down in here. Oh, and then I'd love to use a spray bottle and let it drip, but if you don't like the drippy looks, you don't have to do that. You can let it drip and then wipe it off, so. All right, so normally you would put clear wax down in here, and I think I will. And then the pigment powder stick closer to it. You don't have to. You just got to get in there and play around with the making powders. Pigment powder, making powder. Oh, that's dark. Okay, I don't want the dark wax. Where is my clear? There's the clear with the gold. I have all the colors here. Black, I don't want black. White, that could cut. Let's see what white looks like on this cream. Let's just see if that even shows up. Yeah, it can make a big highlight, honestly. Yep, it can make it, can you see that highlight in it? Okay, so that's good, but I want clear. Here it is, okay. So I'm gonna take my brush that's gonna have color in it. So I'd suggest a clean brush, but okay, I'm gonna kinda, so a lot of the green's coming off. Let me get a good clean brush. Using one of my JRB stipple brushes for stenciling. I don't care that I get it on here really good. I would like it to be kind of different everywhere, so I don't want, you know, I don't care that it's full coverage and it grabs, makes the pigment powder grab different. All right, now let me dip this in water. I'll have to use a water bottle because I'm my brush, so I'm gonna dip this in water. Dip it in here. It is so intense, okay? So much pigment. Look how intense that is. Look at that, I barely touched it. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is help it move down into all of that. Do not tell me you're, okay, there we go. Should have used a purple since it's got grapes, but whatever. Okay, let me show you what it'll look like drippy. All you people that don't like drippy is gonna be screaming right now. I can get it off with a rag if I wanted though. And the wax is making it resist a little bit, which I like. Okay, and then we can just kind of take my dry rag, kind of wipe some of that back. And I want to put some, I'm going to tone that down. So I'm going to use our dark and decrepit wax or powder. No, what is this called? This is dark dust. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and, ooh, got plenty, that's for sure. Ooh, I love that. Oh, loving it already. Dirty, grungy. Looks like it's out of an Italian restaurant in their kitchen. I love that look. Not the little, I mean, I had the chefs, you know, the chefs, the grapes, all that stuff was real popular, you know. I am ready for the Tuscany look to come back. That heavy wrought iron and creams and golds and all the stuff. probably just got that on my shirt that I stamped. Oh, look at my shirt, guys. I had a stain on this that I didn't get out. And so I did serpentine iron orchid stamp. And I left it kind of like, I wasn't going to do that, but then it looked cool. So I left this and then I did, woo, almost knocked my, isn't that cute? Can you see it? Like, it's not looking like it's coming across, but it was funny because Caitlin, who works with me, I went through the drive-thru to deliver my husband something. She works someplace else too. And she goes, oh, I like your shirt. And I go, girl, it's serpentine stamp. And she goes, oh, it looked like it was bought that way. I go, no. Okay. So know that you can stamp fabric, heat set it, wash it, and you'll camouflage. This was runned. I stained it and dried it. So it was going to be runned. So this camouflage that. Okay. Let's get this up close. I want you to see what I've done. This is the shipwrecked wax with the dark powder and some clear wax. I'm gonna go ahead and get it on here. And I'm gonna hang with me for a second. I'm gonna hold the other one that doesn't have anything done with it to it up. And you can see how you can change things very fast and very fun. I love a brown, an orange, and a green to make kind of a rusty look. So I think we're gonna add some orange on this because I'm liking where this is going. Okay, I'm gonna take my dry rag. Got a wet wash rag too. Guys, this is so fun. I love this. You can do this to walls. Can do this, I would say to fabric, but I don't know if you could heat set the pigment powders in. Okay, let me hold this up so you can see the difference. What do you think? Just a fast, quick change. Would you have left it or messed with it? Let's put some orange and some, this is one of my favorite, Van Gogh yellow. Okay, so stick with me. We're gonna work on this a little bit more, but I just wanted you to see how fast and how fun this is. Now, I could go and seal this with some wax. If I put the Big Topper liquid patina over the wax, it's not gonna be sealed as good because it'll resist it, because you gotta put your patinas down first and then wax over it. But I like that resist technique. It's a thing. It's a technique. Okay, so let's do this and some of the orange. You can make rust with our layered chocolate, fire starter, and like queen bee. Just get you a yellow, a brown, yellow, orange, brown, green, or just two of those colors, and you can make the bestest ever rust colors. Okay. Usually whatever's in the lid I can usually work with and be happy with. Sometimes I get a rusty piece of something and set it there and kind of follow the pattern. Like it looks like water dripped and then went like this down it. You know, you kind of have a little bit of a goal to look at. It really does help you. Look at all that pigment powder there. I'm gonna see if I can pick it up and use it. Okay, and then let's just brighten it up a little bit with some oxidization is what happens. So, oops, this goes so far. So, get it like this, and I'm gonna spray it. Of course, my spray bottle is wanting to be weird and not spray very good. It's like I'm having to convince it. Do you see that? Oh, just like see how that would be how rust happens. Do you like that? And if you don't like the drippies, which I do, just wipe it off. It's fine. And then you could just blend it out just by, you know, kind of doing that. Look how intense that is. Like when I spread that out, and then you can just kind of, Okay, that's all I'm gonna do for you today. I just wanted you to see how fun our colored waxes and our making powders are. And I have all these products if you want anything. I have people that come to my workshops, and if they did this, they would hand paint perfectly every grape and every leaf. And I kind of like it more abstract, and I just feel like it looks more cartoony and more, I don't know, I just feel like it's more like organic to have, like, why is there dark blue in the middle of those grapes? You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of more of a blendy. I like this kind of look better than painting but let me tell you, that could be very relaxing, setting down and painting like a paint by number, every perfection color. There's nothing wrong with that. There is more to doing these items than just the finished product. It is the process. It's the, you know, when you do it for business, you're like, it needs to sell. Or, you know, give it in a giveaway or something. So you kind of, that kind of messes my flow up sometimes. But yeah, so grab you some old item. This can work on a metal tin. It could work on a plastic tin that they have at Dollar Store and Dollar Tree and that sort of things. So try these mediums on, or try these products on many different mediums. Okay, so thanks for watching.